As we journey through life, many of us carry hidden chains that bind us, the heavy weights of self-doubt, insecurity, and a relentless pursuit of perfection. These invisible shackles often stem from our deepest insecurities about who we are and how we measure up to others. But what if we could learn to see ourselves through a gentler lens? Let's pause for a moment and reflect on our own experiences. How often have we looked in the mirror and focused solely on our flaws? Perhaps it's the wrinkles that have etched themselves onto our faces, telling stories of laughter and worry. Maybe it's the extra pounds that have settled around our waistlines, evidence of life's indulgences and challenges. Or it could be the career milestones we haven't yet achieved, leaving us feeling somehow less than our peers. The truth is, we all have imperfections. They are part of what makes us uniquely human. Yet society often pressures us to present a flawless facade, leading many to hide their true selves behind carefully constructed masks. Consider the story of Meryl Streep, widely regarded as one of the greatest actresses of our time. Even she has admitted to moments of intense self-doubt, particularly early in her career. In her youth, Streep believed her nose was too large and her cheekbones too high. These perceived flaws nearly derailed her acting aspirations. Yet, it was precisely these distinctive features that helped make her one of the most recognizable and beloved faces in Hollywood. Streep's journey reminds us that what we often view as imperfections can become our greatest strengths. It's a powerful lesson in learning to embrace our unique qualities rather than trying to conform to an impossible standard of perfection. As we grow older, we have the opportunity to gain a new perspective on our so-called flaws. With age comes wisdom, and part of that wisdom is realizing that perfection is not only unattainable, but also ultimately undesirable. Our quirks, our scars, our struggles. These are the elements that give depth to our character and richness to our life stories. Think about the people you admire most. Chances are, it's not their flawlessness that draws you to them, but rather their authenticity, their resilience, and the way they've overcome challenges. Real beauty, after all, lies in our ability to be genuine and vulnerable. Take, for instance, the legendary musician Leonard Cohen. His distinctive, gravelly voice was often criticized early in his career. Yet Cohen embraced his unique sound, turning what others saw as a weakness into his trademark. His songs, filled with raw emotion and poetic depth, have touched millions of hearts worldwide. Cohen's story teaches us that our perceived shortcomings can become our greatest assets if we learn to accept and work with them. So how do we begin to break free from the chains of self-doubt and embrace our true selves? It starts with awareness. Pay attention to your inner dialogue. How do you speak to yourself? Are you constantly criticizing? Or do you offer yourself the same kindness you would extend to a dear friend? Next, practice self-compassion. This doesn't mean ignoring areas where we can improve, but rather approaching ourselves with understanding and gentleness. When we stumble or fall short of our expectations, instead of harsh self-judgment, we can offer ourselves comfort and encouragement. Remember, self-esteem isn't about believing we're perfect or superior to others. It's about accepting ourselves as we are, flaws and all, while recognizing our inherent worth as human beings. It's about understanding that we are worthy of love and respect, not because of our achievements or appearance, but simply because we exist. As we cultivate this kinder relationship with ourselves, we may find that our relationships with others improve as well. When we're no longer consumed by our own insecurities, we become more present and empathetic towards those around us. Consider the example of Maya Angelou, the renowned poet and civil rights activist. Despite facing tremendous adversity and discrimination throughout her life, Angelou developed a strong sense of self-worth that allowed her to become a powerful voice for change. Her journey to self-acceptance empowered her to lift up others and make a lasting impact on the world. Building self-esteem is a lifelong process, not a destination. There will be days when old insecurities resurface, and that's okay. The key is to approach ourselves with patience and understanding, just as we would a dear friend who's struggling. As we move through our 40s, 50s, and beyond, we have the opportunity to redefine what success and beauty mean to us. Perhaps true success lies not in achieving perfection, but in living authentically and compassionately. Perhaps real beauty is found not in flawless skin or a perfect figure, but in the lines that mark a life well lived and a heart that has loved deeply. Let's pledge to loosen the chains of self-doubt, to embrace our imperfections as part of our unique stories. Let's celebrate the wisdom we've gained, the resilience we've developed, and the love we've shared. In doing so, we may find that we're not just accepting ourselves, we're falling in love with who we truly are, imperfections and all. And in that self-love, we may discover a freedom and joy that no external validation could ever provide. Remember, you are a masterpiece in progress, continuously evolving and growing. Your imperfections are not flaws to be hidden, but rather brushstrokes that add depth and character to the beautiful canvas of your life. Embrace them, for they make you uniquely, wonderfully you.